going to put you on hold until someone else joins. Someone else just joined. You will now be placed into the conference. Everyone but you is muted on this call.
Welcome to the Warren Fleet conference call. At this time, all participants are in listen-only mode. Later, you will have the opportunity to ask questions during the question and answer session. It is now my pleasure to turn the conference over to Joe Steffen. Please go ahead, sir.
All right, thanks, Luke. Hello and welcome, everybody. It is May 12th, another week in transportation, lots of excitement, new information coming out there in the world of trucking, in the world of all the challenges and opportunities we have. So today, you got myself, Joe Steffen, Director of Event Operations, and Ben Coffrin, Director of Safety. Ben, you want to kick us off?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Fleet Call. Appreciate you being on with us today. It's the first day of the CVSA Inspection Blitz. Hopefully everybody's aware of that. We've been trying to get the word out for weeks now, and hopefully you got my fleet message this morning. Their focus this year is hours of service and securement, but it's everything. It's everything under the sun, right? You go across a fixed scale with a flat tire, you're probably going to get a flat tire violation. So just some extra eyes on us. It happens every year. People get scared. Some people don't want to run, and Joe mentioned it great a couple weeks ago. He's like, hey, if I'm DOT, I'm doing it the week before or the week after. I'm catching people off guard. So, every day could be a potential DOT day. But again, for the next 72 hours, we have a little bit of extra eyes on us. So dot your I's, cross your T's, pre-trips, inspect, re-inspect, recheck, everything you possibly can do. If you're at a shipper, if you're on your 30-minute break, first thing in the morning, last thing at night before you go to bed, make sure your tires are properly inflated, your lights work, and your brakes aren't making any kind of noises, right? That you shouldn't normally hear. All right. Historically, we do pretty well during this inspection blitz, but again, every year is different, and hopefully it's not an exception to how well we do. I want to give out a bunch of clean inspection cash. So Thursday after this thing, after the dust settles, hopefully I can be sending a lot of contractors some free, well-deserved money. So, want to thank Frankie Thompson and Eric DeRush. Those guys got recently clean inspections, I think about a week ago. So that, it helps our CSA scores, or it keeps points off of our radar. Appreciate everybody's help and attention to that. The biggest thing is every time you come across a state line, anticipate those scales to be opened. Our pre-passes, we'll give you that green light most times, but this week it's all fair game, and these states have every right to shut that off. And if they measure an abnormally heavy weight or overweight on your axles, or if they got any kind of heat issues that they detect a couple miles down the road before you get to the scale house, they're going to pull you in, and they're going to identify that specific defect. So looking forward to some really good results here in about 70-ish hours from now. So also just want to remind everybody about Lytics. You have the app, utilize it. Apps are great. Apps help you identify, you have your CSA score and you have your Lytics score. It also helps paperwork. It helps imaging. Use the technology to your advantage. If you get an email alert that you've got an Lytics event, please watch it. It's game film. It's something that we can always get better today than we were yesterday. So that should be the goal of all of us, and to be better at our crafts than we were yesterday. That certainly is mine. I'm sure that's Joe's and everybody that you want to work smarter, not harder, right? As we mature and get older. So take a look at that. All right. We take those events very seriously, and it can help prevent crashes. Believe it or not, the stats are out there, folks. The more follow distance events that people have, the greater the chances are that you're going to have an accident. Maybe not be today, may not be tomorrow, but eventually those driving habits will catch up to those folks that are tailgating. So just back off. 8 seconds should be the normal. Anytime you're going above 60 miles an hour. So 8 seconds, just keep that in your head. Joe, we just talked to an operator today, and Joe put it play. We try to do that in our personal vehicles too. And at first it was like counting lines in the pavement, but then that gets too tedious. So just pick a fixed object, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, till you get to that object. It's pretty much simple like that. And utilize the adaptive cruise anytime you can, and then in heavier traffic, back off uh, uh, below the speed of the flow of traffic. Is really, that's the points of success. I mean, all of our folks that make really good revenue here have been here for years and barely have any Linux points on their scorecard. They identify those three simple things. They slow down, they don't run in the packs, they utilize their adaptive cruise, and they get to where they need to go just as fast and just as efficient as anybody else. So utilize those tools of the trade. Insurance cards. We mailed those out to you folks. It's a really weird, strange expiration date. May 1st is when our insurance cycles out every year. So take a look at that permit binder. It's always a good tool to make sure you have, first of all, your current registration, the IFTA agreement, and then most importantly, what just expired is your insurance cards. If you don't have it, get a hold of us. You can also go in that Linux into your internet, your Luma training. It's in a Luma library. Give us a call. We'd be happy to email you a copy. Laredo has them, Waterloo has them, so make sure you have the current insurance cards. And then lastly, cookout tomorrow, right? I think you were going to mention that. If not, tomorrow stop into Waterloo and enjoy a free meal. We'd love to see you for some fellowship and appreciation for everybody that everybody does out there. So come get a free meal on us tomorrow. We'd love to see you. I'll turn it back over to Joe.
Thanks, Ben. Appreciate it. A lot of good stuff. Obviously, when it's an inspection blitz week, you want to have a high level of focus. Ben hit on it though. I mean, if you treat every week like it's inspection blitz week, if you treat every week like it's Shark Week, you're gonna have a great life, right? Treat every week like it's inspection blitz week. Ben hinted at it also. Something I was going to touch on is those contractors who don't have any conversations with us regarding safety. Those are usually the people making the most money, and it's not luck. It's habits. If you have those safe habits, you probably have those productive habits that are going to help you to succeed with regard to your settlements. So I'm just asking for your help on making sure that you are logging into your Lytics profile, even if you got a great low score. But every time, log in and check it out and watch it. It's going to help us. If you're engaged in driving behaviors, if you're engaged in that, like Michael Jordan was engaged at becoming a better basketball player, his best basketball player of all time. LeBron James fans can shove it. It's Michael Jordan, man.
Yeah, what was he doing in the morning? He was looking at game film.
He was looking at game film and training. And he also, the other part of that is the best athletes learn to love the process. Well, the best truck drivers, the best dispatchers, the best safety directors, they learn to love the process. And what I mean by that is the hard part of the job is the process, and you learn to enjoy that and get good at it, and the results follow. When you dislike the process, when you don't like the conditioning, you don't like the difficult calls, you don't like the tough decisions, and you let that hang over you without understanding that that's part of the job and I need to learn to embrace it, that's when you have poor outcomes. So if you can learn to embrace the process, you're going to have more success. So help us, because we want to focus on getting you more money. We can't do it if we're talking about follow distance or hours of service violations or maintenance violations or any such safety incidents that we're encountering, because we have to address those first. I talk about the dispatcher-driver relationship as really 3 building blocks. It starts with safety, and if we can't get past safety, it's really hard to be successful at anything else. So it starts with safety, and then it progresses to getting money into the contractor's pocket by giving you the opportunity to succeed and the information to succeed. But then it's on you to take that opportunity and the information to then execute it and utilize your time and get the job completed. And then the third one is to build that long-term partnership relationship. And that's everything we're about. That's everything that we're designed to do. So help us to get focused on increasing your pay by taking care of your safety side of things so that we don't have to address concerns on that. That allows us to focus more time, energy, and effort on the things that are going to help you have more opportunity and information to be successful at pay. The other thing that we're doing to try to target helping your pay is we're trying to grow outside of Laredo. So we have Laredo business. It's attractive stuff. It's good stuff. We have a lot of work that goes in and out of there. But we are booking other loads at higher rates other places. Please haul them. We are going to have a lot of emphasis on our sales team and our operations team and our customer service teams to increase the rate per mile that you deliver. I think that's something that you agree on. And folks, the fact of the matter is, if you're only going to go south to Laredo, you're not going to get a higher rate per mile. So we're going to maintain our Laredo business, but we need to grow away from it to the highest dollar freight. We can put a higher price on the loads that go to Laredo, and we'll win a few of them, but you're not going to get the volume. But there's some really attractive rates out there if you're willing to do them. So please focus your energies on getting the yes on the highest paying load that's the closest to you. We want you to get more money in your pocket. All right, with that, Luke, we can now open up the lines, or remind the callers rather, how to register a question.
Hi, everyone. If you would like to ask a question, please go ahead and press #1 on your telephone keypad. Again, that's #1 on your telephone keypad, and you'll be placed in the queue in the order received. To exit, you can also use the same command. So again, if you have any questions, please press #1. I don't see any questions, sir.
All right. Well, I appreciate everyone's time, and I'm guessing you're probably too busy doing a really good pre-trip inspection to make sure you have a clean one if you do get pulled in to have any questions. So let's have a safe day. Let's have a great and productive day and haul high dollar freight. Thank you.